Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pre-Law Talk. My name is Joshua Garlick, and I will be your host. I am a current BYU Idaho communications student who will soon be applying to law school. I created this podcast in order to inform students about important topics such as the LSAT, the application process, law schools, and to give some advice. Alright, so last time we talked about the disclosure statement. Today we're going to go back to one of those factors of your application process that will show your experience and a little bit more about who you are, and that is the personal statement. So what we'll be going over today are what is the purpose of a personal statement, number 2, what should it look like, and third, we'll go over some advice that'll help you out with your personal statement. Let's dive in. Alright, so what is the purpose of a personal statement? Something good to keep in mind while you're making your own. So the main purpose of a personal statement is to tell the application committee about yourself. So this is the only way that you're truly going to express who you are as an individual to those that are going to be, accepting or rejecting your your application. So it is going to be what demonstrates the ways in which you're unique and valuable to that law school, because like I've said a million times, law schools love diversity. And so this is going to be the way that you're going to communicate that you are a diverse, unique, and valuable individual. You can also show here that you can do hard things. Law school is a hard thing to do, and they want to know that you have done hard things in the past so that you'll be, successful in your law career. Also, they want to know that you can share experiences that have shaped you. It's really just an opportunity to express who you are as an individual. Let's move to number 2. All right, so what should this personal statement look like? Personal statement should be approximately 2 to 3 pages in length, double-spaced, and should be written in narrative, that means first-person style. So you're talking about yourself, you're sharing your experiences in the narrative style. And there are 2 kind of main ways that you can do this. You can either look at it as there's 2 ways to demonstrate your experience within this personal statement, really. And they are breadth versus depth. So if you go with breadth, you're going to be sharing probably 2 to 3 examples that will demonstrate traits that you have that helped you to grow. Each one of those examples will probably demonstrate maybe 1 or 2 traits, and hopefully you'll be able to weave them together so that it makes sense why you're sharing these experiences and how they build upon one another. If you're going to go with a depth outlook on your experience, you'll probably take 1 example and then go deep with it and show how it has helped you to develop in various traits or various skills. So that's kind of 2 ways to look at it. You may want to look at tailoring the last paragraph of your personal statement toward the specific law school that you're going to be applying to. I wouldn't recommend doing this for every school because you'll probably be applying to a lot of places. I would do this for maybe your top 2-3 schools that you really, really want to get into, and tailor that last paragraph specifically to them and maybe how their curriculum or program somehow fulfills a dream of yours or fits with the experiences that you've had, and make that relevant to that law school. It's a great idea. You also might want to include experience that pushed you towards law. This is not necessary in the least, but if you've had, a life-changing experience that has moved you towards wanting to go into law school, that would be something very interesting and intriguing, I think, to any for any applicant to put on their personal statement. So look into that. If that describes you, look into that. Let's move on to number 3 and give you some advice. All right, so it's just some general advice about the personal statement. You want to do 3 to 4 drafts of this. So give it to your family and your friends. Once you've created a couple drafts and gone through it a couple times, give it to your family and friends to gauge if it rings true to who you are. You want to give it to people that know who you are, and you want it to feel like you. So best people to give it to your friends and family to help know whether or not you're expressing yourself well. So that was really good advice that I got. Another piece of advice: make sure that there are absolutely no grammatical or spelling errors. This goes for all your documents, but especially the personal statement. Try not to overlook those, and make sure that you give it to some, English majors or somebody that can help and edit those papers if you need help. Some people tend to worry about writing it perfectly the first time. Don't. Just start writing and edit to perfection. So, get something down on paper, get a couple different ideas down on paper of which experiences you might use within your personal statement, and then develop those. And go with the ones that, most communicate who you are as a unique individual, the ones that have built you up the most. That's the purpose of a personal statement. And if you do it right, they'll get an idea of who you are, not just from your LSAT and your GPA, just how smart you are and how well you might do, but who you are as an individual is very important to them. So get your personal statement done. Good luck with it. Try and express yourself. Try and show just how unique you are, and you'll do fine. A couple things that do help out a little bit more are if you happen to be like a diverse person by nature. So if you weren't born within the U.S., you might have experiences that will give you an edge to other students that, other students aren't going to have the same experiences that you do because you're from somewhere different, or you've grown up somewhere culturally different than, the United States. Look into putting those things into your personal statement so that they understand who you are. That's all I have for today. Next time we will be going into fee waivers, and we'll give you some advice and tips and tricks about those. So talk to you next time. Special shout out to bensounds.com. Thank you, Ben Sounds, for all this royalty-free music. See you guys.